So it's not to, totally talk down upon your time in Edmonton. I know there must have been high and low points,
yeah,
and
sure.
the soap opera that is, Northern Alberta. Like seriously, that franchise, it's gone through a lot. But I'm wondering if you could identify either a personal high point while you were there covering the Oilers, or something you enjoyed being a part of, or witnessing, or covering. What's the one thing?
It was a couple. Obviously, get to watch Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl every day and do what they do and see them become the players they become was amazing. See them make the playoffs that year was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. There's great people in Edmonton. The fans, though, I wasn't their favorite broadcaster. I probably shouldn't tell this story. No, I will. I will.
Here we go.
Okay, so Kevin Quinn. I'll tell you about. Let me go first.
All right.
About the great thing there. Kevin Quinn and I talked to the great play-by-play guy for the Edmonton Oilers and carried the water so many years for that franchise. After Sportsnet said thanks, but no thanks, 9 days before the season started, they said, Kevin and I talked, and Kevin said to me, he goes, you know what? Whatever happens, I hope you're able to somehow join the Sharks again or do something, because you never should have left there. I'm sorry you ever had to come to Edmonton. And I said, I'm not at all. The reason I'm not is for two reasons. Number one, I got to meet and work with you, Kevin, and Gene Principe, two guys who, Brody.
Gene's a beauty. I can speak on that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just they're two guys I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Just wonderful, wonderful people and great broadcasters.
Yeah.
So got two great friends there now. And the other part is, it really made me appreciate the one, how much fans really, really, really care about their teams. But the other part is, Kevin and I we lived downtown right by the rink, and Kevin and I would walk home all the time downtown. We always walked by these bars. It used to astound Kevin how many people would just come straight up to me and just say, Remenda, you suck. Remenda, you're terrible. I had one guy come up to me as Kevin and I are walking. He comes out of the bar, stumbling out of the bar, and he goes, Remenda. And I looked at him and I go, you make me want to hurt myself listening to you. And I went, well, don't let me stop you.
Imagine that, somebody leaving the establishment just because they saw you, to walk all the way outside. So I imagine you are not the Prince of White Avenue.
I am not the Prince of White Avenue. I'm not even the Prince of Third Avenue. I'll tell you that right now. But you know what? Honestly, but also here's the other thing. It makes you appreciate the passion.
Yeah.
Like people work hard for their money in Northern Alberta. I mean, they pay a lot of money to go see an Oiler game or even watch the game. And they're going to let you know one way or the other what they think of you and the job you're doing. But also it's a lot of times there's a lot of shoot the messenger because the team's the way it is.
Yeah. No, I know it's a difficult environment to succeed in, and especially too. I mean, your history with the Sharks is so different, being around since really the start of the franchise. Like you have a foundation with it. Whereas in Edmonton, I mean, there's a lot of people who would just look at you and take it from face value. Here's a new face on the screen. Who's this
interloper
guy? You know?
Interloper. There were times, apparently. Of course, because I'm not on social media, so I didn't know about it.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
No. Oh, the one I was on for like 2 weeks. It's the longest 2 weeks of my life. So there was the times when the Sharks played. Apparently, when the Sharks were playing the Oilers, and I'm broadcasting in the Oiler games, apparently my kinship to the Sharks came through. And that would apparently tick some people off.
It's like, that McDavid, he's a good passer, but he's no Joe Thornton, you know?
Oh. Hey, listen, somebody the other night said on the air that Leon was becoming as pure a passer as Joe Thornton. And my son Donovan and I were watching, and we both went, well, I can't say what we said, but it was like, come on.
Right.
We're talking about a guy who's had a couple of good years, thrown a backhand pass, and then Joe Thornton, for crying out loud.
Well, Draisaitl could make Connor McDavid look good, but Joe Thornton could make pretty much Joe Thornton could make me look good out there, right? That's the point. So